Hi, I'm Leia Danag and my assigned topic is about universal design for learning. What is universal design for learning? Universal design for learning is a way of thinking about teaching and learning that helps give all students an equal opportunity to succeed. This approach offers flexibility in the way students access material, engage with it, and show what they know.
Understanding UDL. Even if you're not familiar with the term universal design, you've likely encountered many examples of it in your everyday life. Closed captions, automatic doors, and accessibility features on smartphones are all examples of universal design. These design elements help people with disabilities, but people who don't have disabilities may also want to use them. For example, closed captioning on TVs allows people with hearing impairments to see on screen text of what is being said. But closed captioning benefits everybody. If you've ever tried to watch the news or a game in a noisy restaurant, you probably use the closed captions to follow along. UDL provides that same kind of flexibility in the classroom. By applying UDL principles, teachers can effectively instruct a diverse group of learners. They do this by building in flexibility in the ways learners can access information and in the ways students can demonstrate their knowledge.
The goal of universal design for learning. First it is to use a variety of teaching methods to remove any barriers to learning and give equal opportunities to succeed. Second it's about building in flexibility that can be adjusted for every student's strengths and needs.
That's why UDL benefits all kids. This approach to teaching doesn't specifically target kids who learn and think differently, but it can be especially helpful for the 1 in 5 kids with these issues, including those who have not been formally diagnosed.
Now let's move on to the three main principles of universal design for learning. Number one is representation. Universal design for learning recommends offering information in more than one format.
For example, textbooks are primarily visual, but providing text, audio, video, and hands-on learning gives all kids a chance to access the material in whichever way is best suited to their.
Number two is action and expression. Universal design for learning suggests giving kids more than one way to interact with the material and to show what they've learned.
For example, students might get to choose between taking a pencil and paper test, giving an oral presentation, or doing a group project.
And number three is engagement. Universal design for learning encourages teachers to look for multiple ways to motivate students. Letting kids make choices and giving them assignments that feel relevant to their lives are some examples of how teachers can sustain students' interest.
Other common strategies include making skill building feel like a game and creating opportunities for students to get up and move around the classroom.
So we have here the key takeaways. So with universal design for learning, information is often presented in more than one way, including text, audio, and hands-on formats. Universal design for learning encourages teachers to offer different test formats, including oral presentation and group projects, to get a more accurate picture of what students know. And Last is universal design for learning also looks for different ways to keep students motivated. Thank you so much, and I hope you have learned something from my report.